In this video, we are going to learn how to identify x and y intercepts and evaluate function in function notation. So, what is the intercept? Intercept is the point where the line crosses the axis. So the x-intercept is the point where it crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is the point where the line or graph crosses the y-axis. So if you look at this picture, this is the x-axis and the red line is y-axis and the blue line is the graph. So when the blue line hits the x-axis, this point is called x-intercept, and then when the line hits the y-axis, this point is called y-intercept. Okay. Where does the line cross x-axis? So look at this graph. This is the point where the line crosses the x-axis. So x-intercept is 2, 0. Where does the line cross y-axis? The blue point is the y-intercept because it's the point where the line crosses the y-axis, and y-intercept is 0, 4. Where does the line cross x-axis? What is the x-intercept? Look at the graph. This line is the x-axis at this point. It is 3, 0. X is 3, y is 0. Where does the line hit the y-axis? Is this point. Your y-intercept is 0, -1, because at this point x is 0, y is -1. Okay, your x-intercept are solutions to the equation because they are the values when y equals 0. Also, what's important is they are called solutions. Also, they are also called zeros or roots. So x-intercepts have different names. They are also called solutions. They are also called zeros. They are also called roots. They all mean the same thing, x-intercepts. Okay, let's identify x and y intercepts and solutions. So circle x-intercepts and box the y-intercepts. And don't forget, x and y-intercepts are written as ordered pairs. So x-intercept is this point and this point right on the x-axis. These are x-intercepts. So it's 1 and 5. Let's write it in ordered pair, 1 and 5. Y-intercept is this point. It's 0, -2. Solutions are the same as x-intercepts, 1 and 5. X-intercept is 2, 0. Y-intercept is here, it's 0, -1. Solution is the same thing as x-intercept, it is 2. Or you can say x equals 2. Okay, this is the function notation, f of x. Basically, this is the same thing as y. This is the same thing as y equals x squared. So you can think f of x is another name of y. It's a fancy name of y, but when you have this, it shows it's a function. So this is a function name, and you plug input inside, and here it is what you have to do to get output from your input. So if we have input is -1, you are gonna plug a -1 inside x. So 2 times -1. So 2 times -1 is -2, minus 7 is -9. That's your output. How do you write this in ordered pair? It's -1, -9, because this is x, this is y, input, output, x, y. When your input is 0, 2 times 0 minus 7. 0 minus 7 is negative 7. Log of 4. 2 times 4 minus 7. A minus 7, which is 1. Log 5. 2 times 5 minus 7. 2 times 5 is 10 minus 7 is 3. F of 1/2. Log 1/2 into x minus 7. 2 times 1/2 is 1. Minus 7 is negative 6. Okay. So sample problem, if f of negative 3 equals 14, which could be the equation for f of x. So this you have to plug a negative 3 into x and you see if it gives 14. So here if you plug negative 3, you're gonna plug negative 3. So I just copied this here. When you have x, I put parentheses. I'm gonna plug a negative 3 here. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9 minus 5, it is 4. It has to be 14, so it is not A. Now f of negative 3 is, I'm gonna put parentheses and minus 7, x minus 17, and then plug negative 3. Negative 3 minus 17 is negative 20. Okay, f of negative 3 equals negative and parentheses, plug negative 3 minus 7, negative becomes positive 3 minus 7, which is negative 14. So these are not 14, so obviously it has to be D, but let's try. F of negative 3 equals 5 minus 3 times x. I put parentheses where you have x and plug negative 3 here. 5, negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, which is 14. I'm gonna skip the next problem, but the answer is C. Last one, using the graph, identify the following. So when x, this is same thing as what is y when x is 0. Okay. So on the graph, x is 0 here, then it's this point, y is negative 1. What is y when x is negative 2? It is 3. What is y when x is negative 4? Negative 4 is here. What is y? It's negative 1. What is y value when x is 1? X is 1. You have to go to the graph. This is point. It is y is negative 6.